Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another video. This time, I wanted to talk about this boss that just came up in the new story quest, Penacony. Um, it kind of held me back for a while, so I just wanted to show you guys my very small strategy video on it. I made the mistake of upgrading my world level right before Penacony released. So that was definitely my mistake. Um, but the enemy I'm talking about, let's see if I could find it. Dreamjolt Troupe. Ah, yeah, this thing. The Dreamjolt Troupe Beyond Overcooked. Man, this thing was annoying because it had some like area effect ability that was taking out all my characters, and I was under leveled for the fight. Blah blah blah. Anyway, the team I used. I mean, I'll show you in my next video. I have a gameplay clip basically that I'll show you the characters I used, but it was basically Welt, so I could stun these enemies. I mean, if you don't have Welt, you're gonna have to use whoever your best DPS is, right? I did use Don Hang because he's weak to wind. I used Fire Trailblazer because fire works on this guy. Um, I also had Arland. Um, I'm sure you guys do not have Arland, so you could use what is her name? The starter character. Um, wow, I forgot her name. The Serval. You could use Serval if you have a levered up. If you have her leveled up. Other good four-star choices. So, like I said, I used Arlan because I had him leveled up. Hook, if you have her. Obviously, at any of the five stars would be good. Um, Yanqing, I can't really say he would be good in this fight because his elemental weakness doesn't really apply. I think Ratio would be decent. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the elemental weakness of the enemy, but he does follow up attacks, so he would be decent in the fight. Not your ideal choice. Like I said, I was using Don Hang. I have to check if there was a physical weakness on one of the enemies. But Su Shang, yeah, not the best choice for this fight. Topaz, I guess if you have her, would be great. Erudition wise, like I said, Serval is the best choice. Um, Himeko is great, and Jing Yuan if you have him, right? Harmony wise, so the thing is, I had Ruan Mei, but like her element didn't match. But she definitely buffs weakness break. So if you have her, great choice. Asta, if you have her leveled, is a great choice. Ting Yun is a great choice. Yukong, not so much. Hanya, we'd have to see. Nihility wise, like I said, I use Welt, and he has the awesome ability to like stun the enemies, imprison them, right? Like the ultimate off the bat, like you don't even have to break them, it'll just imprison them. So if you have him and you have him leveled up, great choice. Sampo would actually be good because he has a wind weakness. Luca, I'm not sure. Gwyneth, yes, she would work. Kafka, definitely. Silver Wolf is always good. Black Swan would definitely destroy this guy. And Pella, even though she doesn't have the correct weakness, she reduces defense. So she would be good. And then preservation and abundance wise, whoever you have, the the element doesn't really matter as much for them. But obviously, Bailu and uh, Fire Trail Blazer are best, right? And then any additional tips I can give, I mean, if you use the synthesize, geez, let's just go to the items. Since this is a story quest, I think I mentioned this in my last, guide tip. Like use these items. The thing is, there's a cutscene right before the fight, so you can't you can back out of the fight, but just realize like you have to go through the cutscene first. So just pop any items like attack up, energy up. This increases speed, but it has a downside. Like anything you can use to buff up your characters, like use it. Use your techniques. Um,
Will of
like
preservation.
these. Use the techniques. Um, what else can you do to give yourself an advantage? I mean, obviously, like if you have an equilibrium, you see that at the top. If you have an equilibrium quest, like don't do it before you do a new story quest, like I did, and I'm under leveled now. Another thing that I'll talk about is like pay attention to your. I'll show it in another informational guide, but basically like Don Hang, for example, right? Um, Pay attention to his level, obviously. That's like a no-brainer, right? But level up his light cone, which you'll probably do. Superimpose it if you can, which is additional copies of the same weapon. If you can, like if other characters don't need this weapon, just stack up the power of this one. That helps to give you an edge. Traces definitely. Like I'm equilibrium 5 and I think I should be at like trace level 8, and then like the tree is as maxed out as you can. Because it all gives you like, more strength for your character. Relics wise, like you got to be at least plus 12. I mean, if you're equilibrium 5 or 6, I think you got to be plus 15. Um, but if you're lower equilibrium levels, I think plus 9 or plus 12 is okay. Um, Eidolon's like, this is the pay to win kind of way to get stronger. Um, but yeah, I mean like so say like your Dan Heng is good to go. Then start working on your other characters like your sub DPS, uh, your sustain unit, which is a File Trailblazer in my case. I've been building Welt at the same time as Don Hang, and he really carries me in some of these annoying boss fights. He still has a lot of work. Like look at his traces; they're so low, um, and so are his relics. But it gets the job done, right? That's all I really had to say about it. I mean, so the thing is, you'll see it in the gameplay. So basically, that enemy. Um, why did I go to that? When I go to this. Okay. So this Dreamjolt Troupe Beyond Overcooked shows up with like two other dogs. Uh, it's not the bird skull. It's not him. I don't know why it's not shown. Oh, it's these guys. Shows up with these two other dogs, and basically, when these die, they'll like explode and deal damage to him. And once you get his weakness toughness bar broken, and you kill these other like smaller enemies, then they'll take out some of his HP as well. So yeah, check out the gameplay I have after this to see what I did. But that's all I got really for the Dream Jolt Troop boss fight. I'll definitely make a quick guide on whatever other bosses I encounter in Penacony. But until the next one, I'll see you guys then. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something. I'm gonna put out a little informational guide based on what I've learned from like equipping my team and everything in terms of the light cones, because I think information like that is not really out there. So that'll be my next video. All right, guys. Hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.
This will strengthen our position.
Will of preservation. can get around them.
Move carefully.
Is that all you got? Let me pay you back tenfold!
The truth of life and death. The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
You know nothing of the weight. Be survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Not a scratch.
No interest in conflict.
Fight to win.
Lance at the ready. Lance ablaze. Lance forward!
Too late to repent.
Haven't learned your lesson?
The truth of life and death. The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Let's begin.
Fighting is meaningless.
You know nothing of the weight behind. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
No interest in conflict.
Leave it to me.
Felt it.
Lance ablaze. Lance forward!
Is that all you got? Let me pay you back tenfold!
The truth of life and death. The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!